The sun's going down, but you're clocking in. Here's some things that only Night Shift will understand. Welcome to Paranormal Nightshift, your home for all things that go bump in the night. These are your fan-submitted stories told right here. Let's get right to it. Today's episode is called The Tourist Town. COVID changed a lot of things for a lot of people, but for us in retail, it was the first time that we had empty stores, ever. And in a tourist town like Gatlinburg, having a block of stores with no customers was almost like a ghost town in itself. Most people don't know this, but the main strip of Gatlinburg has apartments over the buildings. My wife and I had owned this store for years, and sure, you hear all sorts of stories, but we never believed them. But this was the first time since we owned this store that there was never customers in it. It all started probably 3 days into COVID. It was the third day that our doors were completely locked. And sitting upstairs watching TV, we started to hear things move around within the store. It sounded like somebody was down there, like some sort of child playing. Of course, I went downstairs to investigate and found nothing. It must have just been the TV or minds playing tricks on us. We were not used to having it this quiet. But this continued on over and over again for days on end. Every time it got really quiet upstairs, it sounded like the store downstairs was busy, full of life. We continued to hear children laughing and playing. Do you know those rocks that they have in those tourist shops? You know, the gem mines that your kids love to play with? The rocks, we could always hear the rocks moving like somebody was digging in them. We would constantly find rocks on the floor, toys knocked over, things unfolded, as if somebody had been in the store. At first, it was kind of amusing, almost nice, to know that maybe something was down there and enjoying it. But then it started to get louder and louder, and we were losing sleep, and we really didn't know if it was paranormal or if there was really somebody in our store. Gonna let you in on a secret. We have CCTV, but other than the ones right above the register, we don't really film anything. So my wife decided to actually get some good cameras and set them up. Watched overnight, and surely enough, books would come off the shelf, rocks were being played with, toys were being thrown around as if somebody was messing with them. We finally went down there one night and decided to address whatever was down there. Do you know that you're here? Do you know that we are here? And if you are here, can you tell us your name? Nothing. Nothing at all. We stayed down there most of the night, but finally got tired and decided to go upstairs. But the next morning when we went downstairs, you know the keychains that have people's names on them? The name Caitlin was everywhere. The whole thing. Just Caitlin keychains everywhere. This was our life now. We talked to her. We'd go down into the store and we'd leave toys out for Caitlin. We'd say, "Hey Caitlin, bye Caitlin, good night Caitlin." It was just the way it was all throughout COVID. But once COVID opened back up and everything started moving again, the store was busy and filled with life. We always still talked to Caitlin. The other day, there was a young boy playing in the rocks by himself, but was having a conversation with someone. He saw it, and I knew it was Caitlin. I asked him, "Who are you talking to over there?" He said, "The little girl. She says hello." I didn't want to scare him, so I said, "Hello, Caitlin. How are you?" But there was nothing there. The other day, a lady walked into the store and told us that she was a medium, that she could communicate with spirits, and wondered if we had had any paranormal activity. My wife and I giggled and laughed and said, "Of course, you must be talking about Caitlin." And her face turned white as a ghost. "So that you're aware that she's here?" "Of course we are. She means us no harm. She's a wonderful little girl. She wanted to take pictures, the medium did, and took pictures of the storefront. We finally got them back. And sure enough, there was a little girl in the window." I wish I could send you these pictures, but they're private. And we don't know anything about Caitlin other than that she is there, and she is very real. I wish we knew why she was trapped here. I wish we knew that if she knew that this was her home, and that it was safe for her. Maybe she lived here many years ago. Maybe she is trapped. But either way, this is her home, and we love to share it with her.